Hey folks, my name is Dave. Welcome to our shop here at NTD Racing, where today is officially day number 1 of the build of our next desert race truck, which we're calling Honcho 2, Honcho X-Max. I don't know, we're still working on a name for it. Anyway, before we get to that, I wanted to tell you about some really exciting stuff that's going on. First off, on March 11th, we will be racing Honcho at the Min 400 in Las Vegas. And even cooler than that is that we will be part of something called the Military Challenge. And for those of you who've been following our channel, you know that we are partnered with Folds of Honor. And this has been really cool for our team. And everyone is completely bought in to this great cause, including the guy who runs our Instagram. His name is Ryan, and he just recently posted some videos from Folds of Honor on our Instagram page. And one of them was of a family, the Faulkner family. And as I was watching this and I was talking to Ryan, I was like, Ryan, dude, I knew Blair Faulkner. Blair Faulkner was one of my friends. He was one of my students in pilot training. And he went on to a career as an A-10 pilot, came back to the T-38 as a trainer, and he was involved in a crash which ended up taking the life of him and his student. And it was a very sad day for all of us. And as we started talking about it amongst the team, a lot of us knew Blair, and he was such an amazing person. He left beautiful children behind and a family, and it affected all of us, and it just makes us that much more committed to this cause, which is the Folds of Honor. And so with that, I don't normally ask for money, but I am now. I'm asking you to stop watching this video for a second, click in the link below in the description below, or go to NTD Racing, scroll down, you'll see the Folds of Honor icon, and right below that, you will see Donate Now. Click on that and help us raise money for the Military Challenge. I don't really care about winning the Min 400 or podium, but I want to win the Military Challenge, and I want to do it for these guys and for these great families that didn't have parents who came home that were serving our country. So go ahead and do it. Anyway, let's get to the build. What we're doing today is I'm going to show you where we're getting all the parts and how I start building an off-road desert race truck. This is going to be all kinds of parts. It is going to be a Ford Raptor trophy truck fiberglass body from Fiberworks. It'll be on 40 by 13.5 R17 Milestar Patagonia mud terrain black label tires. Those things are awesome. And then the drivetrain will be Chevrolet LS parts, which I'll be pulling out of a Silverado 2500 HD. So it is all over the place, but it is gonna be cool. Let me show you how we are gonna get the parts to do what I call starting with the limits of the design, the body. You can't go much further in the body, so that is a limit. The tires have got to fit underneath that body, and then you got to put a spindle on there and a uniball and all those things, and there is a limit. And on the other side is the center of the chassis, the custom chassis we'll be making, which will be the suspension mounts. And from there, I'm just connecting the dots from uniball to suspension mounts, and we build a suspension arm in between there, and that's how we go about designing our trucks here at NTD Racing. I'm not sure how everybody else does it, but that's how I do it. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to it. Let me show you all the parts that we're starting with, and then we will tell you what the plan is over the next 10 months as we're trying to get this truck to the Baja 1000. We have the Fiberworks Ford Raptor trophy truck body, which we'll be using for the new build. Let's see what that thing comes with. It comes with this hood. It's kind of a 2 parts with a splitter there, and then the hood. And it's massive. It's a lot bigger than Honcho's hood. Besides that, it's all in parts. You got 2 fenders left and right, and you got 2 door panels and a roof, and you figure out how to put it together. I didn't see any instructions. I'm sure that people have shown how to put these things together. If you got a link for that, I'm all ears. Otherwise, I'll figure it out myself on how to mount this thing on the Honcho 2 X-Max. So that's one of the extremes, is how we're going to put everything underneath of that. So here are the wheels and tires that we will be running for both of the trucks. These are the Milestar Patagonia mud terrain black label tires. This one right here will go on Honcho 2 X-Max, whatever it's called. This one is the 40 13.5 R17. We're running it off on steel wheels. And this one over here is a 37 12.5 R17 that we are going to be running on Honcho. And all of them will be running the same wheels. So in theory, you could take a 37 off of one and put a 40 on it or something like that. They'll all be the exact same wheels, so they'll be interchangeable. So one of the things that's making this build a little bit different from my previous build is that it's later in COVID, and I work in the airline industry in my other job. And so I'm back at work while I'm trying to get all these parts. And in this case, this is my second time I've ordered from Copart, and so I'm having this vehicle delivered. I wanted to go pick it up myself because it was only a couple hundred miles away, but
work was calling and I couldn't get out of going to work. So I have this guy deliver it, and I'm actually watching this delivery on my Nest Cam. That's Ryan in the background. And later on, I think my wife, she's actually in the shot and I'm watching it. And I can, I don't know if you guys are married, but I can see the look on her face. And she's not impressed with the vehicle I've chosen. Because this is sight unseen. I've never seen this vehicle other than a couple pictures. I'm honestly asking Ryan, hey, is there even an engine underneath the hood of this thing? So anyway, needless to say, she wasn't super impressed by my purchase. The other funny part about this delivery is that the guy is being like super careful about getting this thing off the trailer, and I'm like, you know what? You don't have to worry about scratching it. Just drop it off the trailer. Just tie it to a tree and freaking drive away, because we're just not worried about it. But anyway, he does a fantastic job. He does a great job. He drops it off, and now I can get to work taking the truck apart. So like I said, this is the second time that I've purchased a vehicle from Copart that's been wrecked. And usually I like to buy a car that's been wrecked on the passenger side. That's where the battery is. You disconnect the battery and then it won't start, and people don't want to buy cars that aren't started. But nothing's over there that you could break that really hurts the engine. However, on the driver's side, there are some fragile parts, and I probably should have thought about that before purchasing this one. All right, let's take a look at what we got. Some good news and some bad news. And the good news is a lot better than the bad news. First off, is I think the engine's fine. None of the accessory mounts, which I thought would take all of the damage, were damaged. The pump, the reservoir for the power steering pump, completely destroyed. I'll get a new one of those. That won't be too much money. But besides that, I think the engine is going to be just fine. I was not able to get it started, and here's why. Here's the ECM, and it sits down here right behind the driver's side wheel well. And it just got crushed. I was able to hook up my HP tuner, and it logged in and it downloaded the program for the TCM, which is inside the 6L90 transmission. But the ECM, it was not able to get power and log into that. So I ordered a new one on eBay already. It cost me like $30. It'll be here on Friday. But what I'll be interested to see is if these wires are going to work. So I'm going to start with a new ECM, see if I can't get into that, unlock it, start the car, and then I will go from there with the wiring harness and that kind of thing. But I'm not going to buy stuff I don't necessarily need to buy. But besides that, it looks all right. It looks like down here, the power steering box is going to be just fine once I pull that thing out of there. It's up against the engine. I'll check it out and make sure it didn't crack the oil pan or dent it or something like that, but it should be fine. The steering shaft, I'm going to use some of those parts. Those will be fine. So overall, pretty happy with the way the car is coming apart. I'm going to roll it into the garage now and start taking some of the stuff off the back that I need to do while I'm waiting for the parts for the engine. All right, let's take a quick look at where we're at with this right now. I pulled the spindles off. I'll show you those here in a second. I was looking at maybe using the hub bearings. I'm not going to use those though. I'm going to use the ones from the older truck. 6L90, it looks good. Some reason this was disconnected. I don't think that happened in an accident. I think somebody pulled that off. But it looks like it's going to be just fine, and the oil that's dripping out of it is a nice red color, so that's good. The engine doesn't look bad. The only place where it might have been tagged is right here by the power steering box. We'll see how that looks, but I'm going to go ahead and crank it over here for you in a second. We'll check that out. I just pulled the catalytic converters out. Crazy, man. I put those on Facebook Marketplace, and within about a minute, I had like 5 guys wanting to come over. So some dude's coming for right now to check out the catalytic converters. Besides that, just pulled off the rear axle, and look at just the meaty brakes on these things. They're huge. And I'll be using those. I'll probably put in like a 2-inch spacer on the end of these to make this axle just a little bit wider. Besides that, a 14 bolt. We're going to put a spool in here and some taller gears. But besides that, these things have been pretty stout on Honcho. I'm guessing they're going to be pretty stout on Honcho too as well. Let's go ahead and lower the truck down, and I'll show you that it does turn over. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the damage this truck took. It looks like it took a really big hit from a vehicle on this side. And I say that because the suspension on the driver's side looks good and nothing was broken on that side. But this side obviously took a big hit. So I think it just basically got, went through a stop sign and got nailed or something like that. And it pushed the power steering box up into the side of the engine. I think that's where it stopped. It hit a part over here or something like that. But it doesn't seem like it took out the oil pan. Everything else looks fine also. We'll see as we start taking it a little bit more. The rest of the engine really looks fine. I think all the parts I want, being the engine, transmission, axle, brakes, and those kinds of things, and that's power steering box, I think they're going to be just fine once I pull those things out of there. Now, I'm leaving the engine in right now because I want to wait until I have the new computer in here, because I want to make sure that it starts in here, which will eliminate a lot of questions that I have. So I still have the old fuse box in here. Now I will go in and I will show you in my next video where I'm going to take this fuse box out and basically just cut off most of the wires out of there, and I'll show you what I'm going to keep. But right over here, there's this little fuse right here, and it is a 40 amp. I don't know what it is, some kind of a crazy fuse, but that is for the starter. And now this thing right here is always hot, and when I run power to that starter, you will see that the engine turns over, and I think it sounds normal to me. So at least that sounds pretty good. So my confidence is high. If the computer works and the program works and those kinds of things, that the engine is going to fire right up, and I got a feeling it's going to be pretty good. With that though, we're going to stop this video here, and I will add that to the next video as we go to get this thing started. All right, well, as you can see, there are some challenges when you're trying to pluck an engine out of a truck that's been wrecked. That thing's kind of wrapped around in there, and I think I will show you on the next video how I end up pulling that thing out and hopefully be able to get that thing started. There was some wires cut and those kinds of things. So there are some challenges that we're dealing with this new engine, but I've got a good feeling that we will get it started. Let me hit you one more time up. Again, I don't ask for money for us, but I am asking for the military challenge and also for the Folds of Honor. Go to ntdracing.com, click on that donate now button, or in the description below, I'll try to put a link there also where you can click and donate. If it's just your lunch money, whatever it is, if it is the money that your company has saved up for charities, this is a time where I'm asking you to team up with NTD Racing to help honor these families. With that, I got a lot of work to get to if we're gonna get that engine running. I hope you'll choose to join us on the next episode. Please consider hitting that like, subscribe, ringing the bell for notification of future episodes. If you got a better name than Honcho 2 or Honcho X Max, please put it in the comments below. We'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourself.